Hi everyone, Katsi here from atop Serenity Hill, and we are at the end. Yes, we are. Junk Journal, January 2025. I'm at the last 3 prompts. We're going to do 2 today, reveal and fabric, and then the last one, letter, I interpreted as me going through the journal and journaling, adding quotes, adding words, anything to do with letters. And I am going to do a walkthrough in a live YouTube on the 31st. So if you're watching this in real time, come back on the 31st and join me for the live. It will be scheduled. If you're watching this after the fact, the YouTube live will be added to the playlist that I have below for all of these prompts and how I made this journal and my whole journey, another J word, my journey through Junk Journal January. So I will have a walkthrough of my journal and share some thoughts and also share how I used the prompt letter, which is just journaling, adding quotes, adding words, that sort of thing. Okay, so today we're going to do reveal and fabric. So we'll start with reveal. So I have 2 as always, because, you know, why do one when you can do multiple? So the first one's going to be reveal, and we are going to jump to which page? There it is, this page, this one here. So I loved the photo that's here. I loved the word grow. I loved style maker, house rules, rules to break. I even loved, I make my own color rules, but I am ending up having to cover that. But the rest of the, I chose one bride, a dominant showy color, that was part of the magazine article that has nothing to do with me. So I thought I would use this as the way I'm going to reveal. And so I have a few things. One, I was going through my stash, as I like to do when I'm looking for inspiration. I just go through my piles of paper. And this popped out, and I was like, ooh, what if I use this as tip-ins and it opened up and revealed, you know, what's underneath. So like this would be the biggest tip-in, and it would flip up, and then this would be a tip-in, and this would flip over, and then this would be here, and I'll have a quote and the word grow and all that jazzy stuff. So that's how I'm going to use the word reveal. Okay, so in order to cover up this section, I dove into my stickers and I found this absolutely delightful succulent sticker. And so I'm going to add this sticker here. So I'm going to still have this. I still have a little space, which I will share some ideas on some quotes for you. So let's get the sticker down first. Oops, it's stuck. No picking that up. But it also, you know, speaks to the floral theme, or yeah, I guess succulents. I don't know if they're floral, but they're nature theme. Let's go with nature theme. So then the next thing I have to do is, this paper is magazine paper, so it would be kind of hard and flimsy to move up and down. So I'm going to glue it to some of my shaving cream marbling paper, which if you've watched this set of videos, you know I have used a million times. So I'm going to glue this to the back of this so that when it also flips up, it's not that, it's something prettier. All right, so let me do that first. Okay, so I have my 2 flip ups or reveals, and I'm going to glue this one at the top. So I'm going to, because I'm a fan of the corner rounder. Can I tell you, once I found this, delightful. Okay, so we're going to glue that up there. And then this goes this way, I believe. Oh my God, funny. Yes, I believe this way. And we will put this here, I think, right there. So this goes here, and that opens and reveals Style Maker. So we'll corner around this one. And this one. Okay, so that's, I know I'm going to do that. I also have delightful washi tape. This washi tape is medical paper tape, or paper medical tape, that you would find. I found it at the dollar store. You find it at a, you know, in any pharmacy type of place. And it's a mixture of alcohol inks and lots of other things. I was just playing. And here you have it. So I have to decide, am I going to tape them, you know, so that you can see it on this side? Maybe. Maybe. Or am I just going to tape them underneath? Let me see. I don't need, I don't want a ton of this, so I'm going to rip this little piece. Feeling a little indecisive right this second. This stuff rips delightful. It's also semi-transparent, as you can see through it. So we're going to put this here. Let's pull this out so we don't not lose it, but not tape it. Yeah, that works. It doesn't look, you know, like out of place for this side. All right, let's put our little tag back. And then we'll put a little piece on this side as well. Okay. And then I have one little flip out. And then I've got my big reveal here. And these are all like bending, and they're not super, you know, this was a thin piece of paper to a thin piece of paper. So I'm not doing thick things, thick papers, and eventually they will flatten themselves out by living inside this journal. Okay, so I'm not, just so I want to address that. I'm not worried about that because I know that that's what's going to happen eventually. Okay, because I know that I just always want to address thoughts that you might be having while you're watching this. What about if it's thick? What if it's thin? It's curling. It's, you know, it's not lying flat. It will all eventually, just for the nature of being trapped inside this journal. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. Okay, so now I have some thoughts. This feels like an opportunity maybe to add some quotes. I have all my quote books. I think just one more. I have all my Tim Holtz quote books handy. And, you know, there are a lot of fun little quotes that I can add. So this one is, whoops, things are just sticking to everything. This is the Clippings sticker book, which I just love, and I've used it so much that I can add little quotes to. Then I have the Small Talk, which is just, you know, collect beautiful moments, shine like the whole universe, very affirmation-y. And then I have Snarky Impertinent, which some of these are kind of funny and some of them are very, you know, a little bit mean. But, you know, I love this one. Like, it says, of course I talk to myself. Sometimes I need an expert opinion. Like, I found that hilarious in that I literally sit here and talk to y'all. I talk to a camera. So, you know, I think what I'm probably going to end up doing is adding some fun quotes. You know, I have all this space. I can put some quotes. I can put one here. I can add them. I might even add them, you know, in these images. So I think I'm going to just spend a moment and then I'll come back and share what I did. All right, so I went through my books and as I was going, the sarcastic ones were not working. So on the first one, it says, a clear summer morning, I lived beneath the open sky, a very little cottage, so lucky. And then up here it says, stay present enough to catch and recognize those moments of joy, grow, live every day with intention. I am fabulous, style maker, house rules, rules to break. Train your mind to see the good in every situation, the meadow's sweet. So I ended up revealing a bunch of words and quotes as I opened. So yeah, I hope that gave you some inspiration to make your reveal page. All right. So then the next one we're going to do is fabric and tuck-ins to my journal. So I'm just gathering up my stuff. Love this. A little interactive within the middle. One was after I did this page, I ended up finding this joy card. It was part of a Christmas card that I had saved, and the coloring all went with what was happening in this section. So I glued it down as a belly band, and I've been looking for something to stick underneath it. And so I had found a couple things in my stash. One is this little card that came from, I think, Brandy Kincaid in one of her Hope packages. And so it actually, coloring wise, is beautiful. All that you touch, you change. I love the quote. It's lovely. And so I thought I would figure out like a fun way to, I mean, obviously you can just stick it underneath the belly band and call it good. But what if I could do something else to make it, you know, it's only white on the back. I had also found this little tag from naturalite.com. I've been gifted some stuff from them and their tags are really pretty. So I was like, well, maybe I could do something with that. So here's my thought. I have this card and then I have this piece of fabric, which again, coloring is all delightful. I found it in my stash, just exactly like this, by the way. And I thought, well, what if I gave this little card, you know, when you have a belly band and you stick something under it, sometimes you want handles to pull it out. So what if I glued it as handles? Then I have this, you know, it's across the back because I didn't want to cut it. So then I was like, well, then I can glue this down on the back so it makes it interesting. Still too much white. So then I continued looking and found one of my hand-carved stamps, which mimics this idea. So I'm going to stamp this down. So I'm going to show you. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp this. And so this is me kind of going through my stash and going through the kind of like play on words. You know, what if you say this word, what does that mean to you? If you saw that word, what does it mean to you? So everything just kind of, one thing led to the next. You know, I wanted to fill the belly band, so I went looking for something. I found that. I realized I had a prompt of fabric, and I was like, well, you know, when you put a tag under the belly band, you want to pull something. So what if I made the handles? And so allow your mind to just kind of wander as far as, you know, what one thing leads to another, and there's no wrong or right answer to any of it, but yeah, so see what happens. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to do this, let's see. Put this on the front first. Oops. And then on this side. Probably not the best glue to use, but it's what I got on hand, so I just have to let it. I need more of it, and I don't have, and I just need to let it do its thing and dry. Okay, so I'm gonna let that, give that a dry, and then I'm gonna glue this onto the back of it when it's dry. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm not even going to glue this down. I'm going to glue this down and let it sit up. I like it dimensional. It seems I got socks. So now this little thing will hold the ribbon on the back, and it's got a little design because I stamped it with my stamp just to bring it not so white, and also it brings the color. Okay. Woo! And then we tuck that under our belly band. Okay. And so now I have a, obviously I could have just grabbed it, but I didn't. And you know I'm going to be corner roundering. I have to corner rounder. I just like the softness of a corner round. All right, so then I can just pull this out. I can still read it, and I have a memory. Always nice to have those memories of the socks. I mean, I even know who gave them to me, so yay. And I just want to make sure that, you know, I tuck it in so that it doesn't bend in on itself. So I did not pay attention to that. It probably should have been a little bit shorter on this side than this side, but it's okay. It's still under the belly band, and it will not come off. All right, so that is one fabric. And then the second fabric is, I still have these two pockets that I created on the front, okay, and the back of the journal. And so I wanted to put journaling cards in them. So I've got a couple things here. I've got this great jelly print. You might not think it's great, and it's actually a fail. If I think about it, it is an actual fail of jelly print. But I love the colors, and it would make me happy to pull. Sorry, it would help if you could see. I like the colors. They go with this, and then don't forget that my front and back is also green, so it went with that. And then I have another one of my off prints, like it didn't print right, for my journals that I sell on Etsy. My Etsy store link is below if you're interested in finding out more about them. It printed in black and white by accident. So I'm going to make two journaling cards with the lines. This will be the front. Because they're going in and out of those big pockets, I'm also going to put a piece of cardboard in between the two. And then I have some fun dimensional stickers that I'm going to add for interest on the front. And then fabric, more. I have sari ribbon. So sari ribbon is what's left over from making saris. So this is technically fabric. And I'm going to use those as the pulls to pull them in and out of the pockets. All right, so I'm gonna get them all organized. Just, you know, put some music on, and I'm gonna get it all done. Okay, so I have my 2 cards, and I did not measure. I just made, okay? Because what I wanted to use, I just made them. And that's one of the reasons why the ribbons are going to be on them, because you can see that it goes in really far. It can go this way, but it sticks out too much for me. So I'm going to have one in the front and one in the back. And I have some journaly stuff. That totally makes sense, doesn't it? Some journal lines on the back. I love the green. Well, greenery, isn't that green? So then on the front, so I'm going to have them go this way. This way. So I wanted to add some of these words. I love laugh, special, sassy, easy, treasure. Cool. All right, so this one's because now I'm like, I have to think this through. Think it through. I need to add the ribbon. So I think I'm going to add a couple different froofs and then staple it on. I like that. All right, so. So I've got my two cards. One says Imagine, and it's a journal. And I love, honestly, I don't think I would put anything on top of this. I just love the way it looks. And the, this matches, okay? So we're tying the colors together. So we got one in the front, and just have, this is very delicate paper, by the way. I did not reinforce it whatsoever. And then we've got one in the back, and that one says laugh, and I'm going to have to reinforce. These stickers are so old. Yep. Are so old that they just really don't have any, they don't have any stick left. So we're going to have to, you know, sometimes that happens when you're I found these at an art supply thrift store. And, you know, I don't know how old they are. Probably very old. But, you know, that's what glue's for. I just love them for what they say. All right. All right. And then I've got, and again, I'm happy with the way this looks. Matches this. Y'all. Y'all. Okay. And there you have it. And when I close it, more zhuzh sticking out. All right, so that was it. The last two prompts that I have videos for, which were reveal and fabric. And again, the letter prompt will be a YouTube live on the 31st. If you are catching this after January 31st, then go to the playlist linked below and you will see that video. And it is just about me walking through how I'm adding stuff to the video. To the journal. But I thank you so much for being here as part of Junk Journal January. And I hope you will continue to come back and watch videos. I will continue to make them. We are just finished with this specific journal, but we're going to move on to some more projects and some more fun things. If you are new here, please subscribe and you can check out my catalog of videos below. The playlist for this, if this is your first video and you're finding this now, the playlist for this entire journey, how I made the journal and everything about it, is below as well. And I would love to hear how you found me, if you did the journal, what you found most inspiring. I would love to hear all of that. You can leave me a comment below. And that's it for this journal. How exciting. Look how chunky. All right. So thanks all for joining me, and I will see you all in another video.